For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes. If you needed any confirmation that the Jets are tanking the 2017 season, you need not look past their decision to cut David Harris and Eric Decker on June 6th. Now, I know General Manager Mike Maccagnan came out and said, quote unquote, our focus isn't to tank, but it's pretty clear the Jets have no inkling to compete for anything of substance in 2017. And, this has obviously raised some legitimate concerns with the fan base, tanking, they're not on board, they are on board, whatever. I'm kind of a little bit on the fence because I agree the Jets need to tank, or the Jets do need a complete full-on rebuild. But what I don't understand is why it's happening now. Mike Maccagnan took over as the Jets general manager in 2015, and he replaced a guy that was completely incompetent in John Idzik. In my opinion, that was the year for Maccagnan to blow this thing up. It was his chance to trade away Idzik's mess-ups. It was his chance to tank the 2015 season for potentially a top-tier quarterback. But instead, the Jets went out there and they signed all these guys in free agency. They brought on all these 30-something-year-old guys, and they made a run at the playoffs. They came short, so in 2016, they geared up again, and they made another run, and they came, obviously, you know what happened last year. So now, the Jets aren't heading into year 3 of Mike Maccagnan's run as GM, ready for a playoffs. Now they're headed into year 3, blowing it all up. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. When you think about teams that go this route of blow the team up, to tear it down and then rebuild, think about the Oakland Raiders. In year 3 of Reggie McKenzie's run as that GM, that's kind of when the Raiders started to turn the corner. That's when you started to see signs of, you know what, maybe something good's coming. Maybe this team might be onto something. The Jets have done it completely backwards. They tried to stopgap fix it in 2015, and now 3 years later into Mike Maccagnan's run is when they're blowing it up to tank and turn it around. I mean, at this point, when are the Jets actually going to be competing for the playoffs? 2022, 23, 24? What? It's going to be the 6th, 7th, and 8th year of Mike Maccagnan's run as general manager? Look, I am not against teams blowing up their roster and tanking to turn it around and entering a full-on rebuild. What I don't agree with is waiting 3 years to start it. That, to me, makes no sense. For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes.